so this is Christina. She just started with me, actually not even a month ago, so it hasn't been that long. So you're on this is session 7 of 8, and she's been training with me twice a week, and you've also been doing things at home, is that right?
Yes, I have changed up some of the ways that I do, like floor exercises and some of the things that you've shown me. I've implemented at home and also at work so that I can keep fluid retention down. And since I don't have weight sets, I do some of the mild floor exercises at home. And also I use my countertop as being able to do like the sit-ups, or not the sit-ups, push-ups. Yes.
Yeah.
I do those with my countertop.
Awesome. And so you first came to me really for a lot of reasons, but one of the things was you got injured. You had an injury, it was an accident, you hurt your back.
Yes.
But you were telling me today that that's been feeling a lot better. Is that right?
Yes. My back is gaining a lot of strength, and there's been a lot of progress with that. So I'm like being able to. I noticed that I'm able to tolerate being in an office chair longer, carry my work bag, which is very heavy, very heavy. I'm able to carry it in different ways, switching up sides constantly, and able to, just manage different things much easier.
Yeah, so just like daily life has just gotten better, which we don't really think about that with fitness sometimes. Like we're so concerned about weight sometimes, which is great, like it's a great goal, don't get me wrong. No. But like I get most excited when like just the daily things of life get better. Yes. Because it just makes everything better.
Yes.
So much, it's awesome. Yes. So the other thing you were telling me is, speaking of weight, that you have been losing inches.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes. Yeah. My goal, because I've already lost a lot of weight, but my main goal is, to keep the progress going, whether it is inches, because I'm not focused on the number on the scale. I'm more focused on the health side of it, because my health has, gotten so better. I want to stay on a health journey. I'm not, that number on the scale is not something that is the main focus. I know that, yes, do I want to get out of a category? Yes, eventually. However, I want to be healthy.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
Yes, there is a very big difference. And
because some people can get so focused on that number on a scale that they can do it get to that point in a very unhealthy manner.
Yes.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah. It's like sometimes that number just kind of gets in our head, and it's just like this one-dimensional number. I mean, it's just one thing, like literally just your weight. It doesn't determine like how much muscle you've gained, how much fat you've lost, nothing. And I know sometimes people get really discouraged when they've done so much good work. They clearly look different, they're looking better, they're feeling better, and then they get on that scale and it's not what they want. And suddenly, like, all the success they've gained means nothing, and we just put it on this one number. So I'm always very excited when I meet someone that, like, yes, weight, it may be part of it, but it's not the main thing, and they care so much more about just feeling better, being better on that health journey, right?
Yes.
And it for the long haul.
Yes, because health, the way that I have learned to look at food, it is not about comfort. It is not about anything else. It is to fuel your body.
Yes.
And it is not your friend.
That is good. I like that. It's not your friend per se.
It is your body's fuel.
Yes.
And that has been something that I had to learn the hard way. And with the Lord's help, I have truly come to look at food in a totally different biblical way.
Nice, yes.
And so that has been something that on this journey to being healthy and healed, that was where I had to start.
Awesome. Yeah.
That was my starting point.
Yeah.
Was coming to look at food in a totally different way. And then I had to learn about good food.
Yeah. Not just taste good food, but good for you food.
Because I can make food that tastes good and is good for you.
Yes. Yeah. Both can exist at the same time, right?
Yes.
It's tasty and it's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So food is more of like a tool to be used for your own benefit versus, sometimes we like friend is, I've never heard anyone describe it that way before, but we do really treat food like friends sometimes, where we go to food for comfort. We go to our friends for comfort too, but food is that's not the role it's supposed to play, but it's so easy to get caught into.
Well, we live in the South, and what is food called? Many foods, comfort foods. And that was something that, because of things that had happened to me, I went to food for many different reasons. Well, I began to look at myself, I began to look at food, and all of these many different layered things in a very unhealthy manner. I can't deal with this, but I can go and get a whole box of donuts and sit wherever I'm gonna sit and eat the whole thing. I can't control this, but I can control this.
Yeah.
Well, no.
It's causing more problems, doesn't it?
That's,
I guess we can control that
yes.
scenario a bit. Yeah.
Well, now I am no longer pre-diabetic. I am no longer 300 pounds. I am no longer, there is a whole list of stuff that has been marked completely off of my medical record.
That is awesome.
Simply because, when you look at food, when you go back and you look scripturally at food, it truly will change your perspective.
Yes. Yeah.
Because and I was like, oh, Lord, I have sinned against you. And I have sinned against myself. But that was just for me.
Yeah.
That's my journey.
Yeah.
That's my journey.
Exactly.
It's not everybody's journey. And so it was very hard for me to come to that point and to be honest.
Yeah.
To be honest. And with me.
Yes.
To be honest with me.
Exactly. And that's
and
where
him.
it starts. Yeah, and him, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Would you mind sharing what you shared with me? This is kind of getting off a little topic where I wanted to go, but I like the way this is going. Because you shared something with me about healing.
Yes.
That I absolutely love. And I think more people need to notice this difference. And I just love the way that you said this. So you said that there's a difference between healing and a miracle. And so can you talk about that?
Yes. When you look at the scriptures, a lot of people, when they pray, and we are truly believers, and I want people to understand, and I want you to please go back and look at this. And I want you to not take my word for it. I want you to dig it out in the Word.
Yes. Do your own research.
Do your own research. do your own due diligence. But as a teacher of the Word for over 30 years, whenever I got to looking and studying and digging in, I noticed something. Miracles are instantaneous. Healings take time. And I have been on this healing journey for several years now. This journey started in 2021.
Before she met me, by the way, she's done a lot of work.
Yes, this has been this is one of those This is a quick work. This has been a quick, very progressive work. But there are differences when Jesus says, rise and be healed. And then there was one of the, blind men that, a lot of them, the group went away. It said they were healed
Of the lepers.
Of the lepers, but and some of the lepers as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that they weren't. So, but it said that they were healed on their way.
That's important there.
It doesn't say that they were healed right then. It said they were healed as they went. So see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, they look at things when you start really digging in, and whenever I dug into that phrase, on their way, it was because they were told to go somewhere and present themselves. And that they would be healed. So that was a progressive healing, because it does not say that they were healed in his presence right then, right there. And so I'm like, oh Lord, you're revealing something right here, right now, in this moment, in this scripture. And I'm like, because I had to hold on to that.
Yeah.
I had to hold on to that whenever I had an acquired brain injury. And I had to hold on to that whenever I have been believing for people to be healed. And then I have seen miracles. They're just right there. And so there's a difference. So I want whoever is needing to hear that and needing to know that, don't stop praying for both and believing for both.
Right.
Because both are scriptural. And both are there for us, and for us to be encouraged, and for us as sons and daughters.
Yeah, and I really like what you said about healing too. Like, one, it's a journey, that distinction. And you said this about yourself earlier, is that it was for you. Like, you had to be honest with yourself in that moment,
Yes.
like especially with food, and there have been other things too.
Yes.
But that's kind of the crux of it, is that on a healing journey, like, it is so individualized. Like, not everybody's story is going to look the same. We can learn from each other. We can share experiences, right?
Yeah.
We can be encouraged by one another. However, the work doesn't really happen until you start working it out yourself, which is why we say, do your own research.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons why we do it. Take it before the Lord. Like, that is between you and the Lord. And that's where the rubber meets the road. And if you haven't done that yet, let me tell you, like, so many amazing things happen when you have that first sit down with the Lord and be like, Lord, I want to be healed. Show me the first step.
Yes.
And it is incredible how he comes through. It is so cool. Like, I get chills right now.
Yeah.
Just thinking about my story. It's so cool. So thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And then one other part of your healing journey that you shared with me today is your blood pressure medication.
Yes.
So share about that.
I've been on this blood pressure medication not to control necessarily blood pressure, but for fluid retention. But because of several of the techniques that we've been working on, the fluid retention is not as it's not as noticeable anymore. So I've been able to, and because my blood pressure has been too low here recently.
Since working on exercise,
Yes,
right? She's been doing strength training.
Yes, since doing strength training and implementing the other, what I can do at home, I've been noticing that, it's like, well, on other times my blood pressure has just been too low. So, especially during rest periods. And so I'm like, okay, break it in half. So I have actually been able to break that tablet in half, and then only on days whenever it is truly that other half, if necessary, and it's only going to have to be as necessary. So for the other half.
Exciting. Yeah, so reducing medications.
Yes.
Another part of your healing journey,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a process. It's awesome. And this is only the beginning. I mean, not even a month in.
Yes.
And this is the results that Christina's already experiencing.
Yes.
So I've been loving this. Her body's been responding really well. She's progressed in all of her exercises so far. And she's actually post-workout, by the way. So she's already done the work for the day.
Yes.
And I'm just super proud of her. And I know that she's going to keep on going onward and upward. But thank you so much for sharing your experience.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for all of your help. And I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. I love what I do. I'm just honored to be part of your journey.